That's good. Good day, everyone. Today is the 10th day of quarantine in South Germany, and I decided to do a little experiment, and I'm getting my visitor here, my little friend. He sees the food. How you can tell, I got several spices, herbs, sorry. And I added some lentils, bell pepper, put a dressing of your choice. In this case, I put a lime dressing on top of it. And I decided to mix it. So we can see here the watercress. I don't know where you can see it actually. Dandelion. And where's the buck? I'd have to go and dig it up. But I also got buck inside here. So I decided to just add it. You know, it's like basically pimping a basic thing that you can get and you can stock on in huge piles like lentils or beans or whatever. And you can just make a salad out of it very, very simply, very, very easily. And let's see. Let's take with the dandelion. Added some seeds into it. Really good. You can definitely live off that for a long time. And it's healthy. You can experiment with other plants. You just need basics. So don't go on pre-set food like pizza or something. Of course you can have that. By any means, don't not do it. I mean, if you want some pizza, why should I disagree with that? But don't stock only on that. Consider other options like this, because this will give you huge health benefits as well. Like the plants, I already posted in my previous videos in the links below what the benefits are, what I figured out. And I think it's just a very good option and a very good alternative to stock on that, prep on a season that basically will provide you with nutrition without you having to put a lot of effort into it. So I think that's a very smart move to do, especially when it comes out hazardous places like supermarkets. And you don't want to be involved in a supermarket where on a regular basis, let's say you go to a huge market, like here it's called Kaufland, in the States it's called Walmart or whatever, you know. And you have people coughing. You know, the air in those places circulate as much as I know. Well, they do here at least. It depends where you are, of course, and what chain you're in. And we all learn from circulating air that gets everybody sick pretty much. In China, they have like huge transmissions because of the circulating air in the buildings, and pretty much got tons of people sick. So we don't want to go with that. And supermarkets tend to have that. So avoiding supermarkets in the future, and only to go inside for your necessary, the faster you're out, the better. So you just want to go inside, grab your stuff and get out. So the best thing to do is make a very good plan. The best thing, what I do now, I know the aisles, I memorize the aisles where I need to go to, just go there, grab the things and out. You know, you don't want to spend a lot of time like, oh, what is this? Oh, I don't need that. Oh, what is this? So you're grabbing and touching already things that you don't need. Don't do that. Avoid that. Don't touch. When you see something that you want, grab it, take it, and stack it. Maybe take the one in the back or something. I always do that, you know. Take the one behind one. In case somebody coughed on the front one. But maybe it's not. Maybe I'm doing something wrong already. But it's just like something that I thought would be interesting. My dog is playing with a stick. Oh, you want to play with the stick? Good. Excellent choice. Excellent. I would have loved to play with that stick as well. So yeah, avoiding the supermarkets is something for me in the meantime. I really don't want to go to the supermarkets, but I need to go to get a few other things that I completely forgot. So that's the thing, you know. When you're not a full-on prepper doomsday kind of scenario and you already lived this entire lifestyle, you start to realize that you tend to forget small things, you know, and that's what happened to me. So I still need to go and get a few things. And I want to stockpile more on lentils and rice. I already got a few bags, but I will get a few more. You just don't know. With the States saying 18 months, hey man, Europe could also face something like that. I'm not quite sure about Germany and what time plan, but you don't want, when the numbers go up of the infected, you don't want, or infected, it sounds like zombies or something, you know. You don't want to be in those supermarkets fighting to get through, just I'm barely breathing, you know, oh my God, or hazmat suits or whatever, just to get some basic food. So I think a good and healthy alternative really is prep on plants. And if you're a hunter, I already mentioned that 10 times, good for you, but also you won't be able to quickly just go outside and hunt yourself a deer or a bunny. Of course you can set traps, but it involves a lot of know-how. You got to know where they are, you got to go out, go and look for them, whatever. and it just involves it involves hours of work. I literally go out with my dog sometimes just around the corner here, walk up just a bit, and in front of my door, I also have some plants. Hey man, one rainfall and pretty much the piss from the dogs is gone. And I prefer to have, let's say, some urine of some dogs on it that I can still wash off at home. And of course, I wash all this out thoroughly. Then let's say a completely coughed on, full of pesticides, covered salad that you buy in the supermarket. You know, just in this scenario specifically, the coronavirus scenario that we are in right now. So much for my food thing. Back to the whole stoic point that I was planning to make, basically. Stoicism right now is growing in my mind day by day. And I always was involved with stoicism, but for a long time. So this book here, I think is very good. It shows how important and how valuable time is, and we don't tend to appreciate time. And I can tell already, like, how we treat the eldest of our society, the ones that actually build everything for us, and we treat them like shit. We stick them in a nursing home. You know, there you go, old man, old lady, whatever. Some people really need nursing, so don't get me wrong on that, but we treat them like shit, you know. And then when this virus hits, it takes them all out, you know, or it takes a huge chunk of that nursing home out. That just shows how vulnerable we are and how respectless we tend to be with elder people. Especially nowadays where everything is like fast forward, drive through, latest 5G, whatever, you know. So there's like, everything has to be the latest, the bestest, the fastest, and whatever. Even with the movies, you know, it's like, there are no good movies anymore. I'm sorry, I'm not going to criticize any Marvel fans here, but like, come on man, are you serious? Would you consider that being it's basically always the same storyline, some weird cliffhanger is going to come. Nothing spectacular happens in the movies that I like. I'll maybe get a lot of heat for this, but The House That Jack Built, I thought was a pretty crazy movie, but damn was that entertaining. Oh my God, that was pretty good. But so much of the movie, I would throw it out. Let's get back to Stoicism. I tend to get distracted a little bit. So Stoicism pretty much teaches that you can use a disadvantage to your advantage. Make the obstacle in your path your path. And I really like that attitude because it just shows us that this virus can teach us a lot. And I talked about it before. Right now, our economy, everything that we have around us is basically on a pause. Not literally, but in a weird way it is. So whatever you learn now, let's say plants, whatever, you can start studying more, you know. Like I told my brother, just practice more guitar playing and you will become the best technical death metal guitarist out there. So we talked about it and he said, yeah man, you're right, because he was like in this kind of, oh, I'm in a band now and a really good band and god damn it, and now the band, we had to blow off all the concerts and it sucks. So he was kind of depressed. I'm like, don't feed that fear, don't feed that depression, grow from it, see it as an opportunity. You can learn more, write 5 new songs, get in contact with an artist and let him produce more shirts or whatever, you know. Just be inspired, use it as an opportunity. You know, don't get drowned in this whole, everybody's in this drowning phase. I have the feeling everybody's, oh my God, the economy's dying, everything's going to hell. Oh, elder people are getting fucked. Thankfully, I'm young. And then, oh my God, young people too. So it's like kind of the arrogance that comes with it, you know, and the yes, I love you too, my little man. Thank you. The arrogance that comes with it, you know, and like we act like we're so immortal when it comes to the desires that we have, and Seneca speaks about that in that book, and I fucking love it. I'm sure I will butcher this phrase, but it goes pretty much like this. We act like immortals when it comes to the things that we desire, and mortals to the things that we fear. So I really like that, you know, because it pretty much ties to everything that we see on social media and in movie business, everything. And so it's like so crazy. Everything is based on looks, based on labels, based on who belongs to what, even the political field, you know. And I like to make fun of certain groups like social justice warriors or whatever. I think it's very funny, but I'm still open to have a discussion with whoever, you know, because I think everybody has the same right, you know. So I will not cast anyone out. It doesn't matter. So I will sit down with you and have a decent conversation as long as it's civil and respectful. Like if you start saying you're a fucking whatever, then I'm like, yeah, all right, but how about your point? You know. So when it comes to that, I understand more the right talking points when it comes to attitude towards a discussion than the left, because the left just tends to do la 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 fascist, la 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 la, shut up, I don't talk to Nazis. So it's kind of boring, you know. But now back to the whole Seneca part. Sorry, I get distracted a little bit and carried away. Time is really valuable. Obstacles can be used as opportunities. Take time, cast it out, use every moment that you have right now, and focus on what you want to do. Keep your virtue, keep your moral compass also always intact. What I don't like to follow something just for the matters of making a lot of money out of something, because it tends to throw everything back into this cycle. Because what we are seeing right now, in a way, is a karma virus. The virus is hitting the most vulnerable and working through our society, also people that are sick. But of course, there are a lot of people that don't, let's say, nobody deserves it. Don't get me wrong. But it also hits people that have completely unhealthy diets. And it's not, you cannot tell me. Of course, there are always people that fall into the category they cannot do anything about it. But it's all up here. You can change your mentality right here. And it goes with every mentality. If you're a gun nut and thinks you can fight off everything until the end of the world because you got like a whole basement full of ammo and hardware and whatever, that's good for you. But it's not healthy for your mind. And you will go insane after a while. And you will not notice it. And that becomes also a lupus cycle. So use your time. Also reflect. Keep the body and the mind always in balance. So if you meditate, also do active sports, but don't do it just to impress girls. Of course, that's a very, very neat side effect, but also do it for yourself. You know, you got to do it for yourself as well. So, mainly, and the side effect being then that it has a positive effect on a women's world. Because if you get into a relationship or whatever like that, all right, I don't want to get into those topics, but maybe shit we could talk about. And if somebody's interested or contact me or whatever, you want to talk about anything, let's talk. You know, I'm open for any kind of conversation. It doesn't really matter. I like that. So Stoicism really helps us to accept it. And memento mori, literally being meditating on death, or amor fati, the path, and this memento mori, meditate on death. I think accept that what we cannot avoid, that we die. We are vulnerable. We shall die eventually. And might as well accept it. Believe in it, you know. Believe that death is exactly as important as life itself. So every day that you get, like now in this virus, I think we start to realize how valuable time is. We see that it's so nice to have nice moments with your family, with your friends. Share it. Share all the love that you have. I mean, it sounds hippie talk, right? But everybody knows it in their gut. And it doesn't matter what religion, it doesn't matter what politics, it doesn't matter where you come from. Sharing love with people that are dear to you is, for me, so important, you know. And it becomes so clear again that we need to increase our respect level also towards the elderly, and also increase the respect level towards other people and what they consider is right, because virtue in itself is right. And of course we can have a discussion what is right. I think Charles Manson and Thomas Jefferson would have had two different concepts of virtue, but in general, I'm just speaking in the general broad lines, I think it's very important to get that back to the table, because we're tending to drift so far apart that it's sad to be so divided and still so equal when it comes to feeling, because we all suffer the same, we all die the same. So keep that in mind, please, and consider your position when it comes to making a judgment on someone just because you consider him with a label different. That's why I don't like using labels. And I call myself like I think out of the box, but basically I just don't use labels. Oh, plants, wait, that's something good. It's a strategic go, so I just take away the vegan, hippie, whatever thing, and like that's something I could consider being good right now, since a pandemic causes mass hazardous places like gas stations, supermarkets and whatnot, you know, where crowds are. So I just try to avoid that. And with the gas, there's no other option, but you can fucking start fueling something up, you know. I don't know, maybe have Amazon special deliver gas. I have no idea. But, you know, think out of the box, and I think keep a stoic mindset. Maybe read some philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations, gotta look. Here's Seneca on the shortness of life, very good. Can only recommend it. And of course, Epictetus on human freedom. those are the works that I would consider you having a look in. Read it. My friend here loves it as well, and we both accept our fate, and or accept that what comes, and I will wear it with pride, wear it with honor, with everything that comes, and I will just face it as a man in its how do you call it, in its definition. So I don't care what comes, you know, I just accept it. But looking at the media right now and all the fear, the fear, for me the worst virus is the fear, the people, oh my God, panic, oh my God, stress, you know. So don't look at it. Don't look at it. Maybe get some headlines, get some information from friends and family. Make sure that you are aware how dangerous this shit can be, but don't feed it. Don't go crazy. Don't look story after story after story. Tragedy, Italy, tragedy here, tragedy there. Percentage 7, 8, 9, 10% are dying. Oh my God, now also younger. Oh my God, more stress. Oh my God. I don't want to die. I don't want to go out. So you won't live anymore, you know? Instead of having so much fear, still live. Respect the people around you. Avoid them, okay? That's the thing what you're going to do to contribute to the society by avoiding self-isolation. I think that's something very good. Rethink your position. Think of what you think is right and build on that. That's my last word for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope if this was useful, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Want to talk? Let's talk. Thank you.